Welcome back, sports fans, to LMC Media's presentation of Mamaroneck Boys Varsity Soccer. This is Steve and Astis coming to you from Memorial Field at Mamaroneck High School for LMC Varsity Sports. Today's matchup pits the Tigers of Mamaroneck against the Admirals from Arlington High School. The opening ball goes to Mamaroneck, and there is Milton Mancias Magana making his presence felt right away. Penalty goes against Arlington, and Mamaroneck will have a free kick from the left wing. Shot directly on goal is handled well by Arlington. Knocked out of bounds, and the Admirals will throw in from the far sideline. Headed by Stephen Moore, the senior defenseman, and Arlington will have it on the far sideline. Mamaroneck comes into the game at a commanding 7-2. It's not quite as commanding as it was prior to 2 straight losses, something that's somewhat unheard of as the ball is knocked out of bounds by Marcus Murphy. And Arlington will have a corner. Mancias Magana makes a pest of himself on that corner, knocks it out, and they'll have it again. They went for the short touch to get the direct kick. Was not effective. That ball sails over the crowd, finds the foot of an Arlington forward, but is knocked out of bounds harmlessly, and Mamaroneck will have a goal kick. As I was beginning to say, Mamaroneck started out the season with a dominant 7-0 record. It actually climbed to number 1 in New York State. They have climbed as high as the top 20 in the country in recent seasons, so being at the top of the state rankings should not be anything that was too much for them to handle, but they seem to have come out a little flat against John Jay East Fishkill and then Fox Lane. They were in the game against John Jay, but then a late goal allowed started a sort of avalanche of negativity on the field, or negative outcomes anyway. And then in Fox Lane, they just didn't have it. One of the other things about being the big boy on the block, the sectional champion and all of those wonderful things, what goes with it is that you are going to get every single team's very best effort, as you are the game that gets circled on everyone's calendar, and they are going to come gunning for you so that they can be the ones that said they beat the big bad Mamaroneck Tigers and their nationally ranked roster, or their top in the state ranked roster. And if you're not ready for that onslaught of attention and energy, it can overtake you. There is a player going to the ground. I believe that was, yes, it was Alex Prevost looking to draw the penalty, and there is the senior defensive leader, Owen Banks, sending that out with a head. That one gets just over the head of Vilmer Miranda. There is Stephen Moore. And Miranda goes to the ground and wasn't sure for a moment if that was pain or embarrassment that had him stay on the deck, but he got up and ran it off. He was obviously just embarrassed that mini cycle self kick. I suppose it's not a cycle kick if you're not leaving your feet to kick it, but he tried sending that back to himself, and he ended up going to the ground in a sort of Keystone Cop-ish moment for him. Murphy sends that goal kick to midfield. It's headed forward by Alex Massey, the other captain. Taiga Shatara tries fighting for possession on that one, but the Admiral Bulls midfielder does a good job blocking him from access. That pass from Banks gets all the way through, and Arlington trying to advance it to the corner to get it to Jason Wytak. Wytak has it now on a throw-in. Good footwork from John Zelker as he then gets it into the center before Mamaroneck is able to send it away. And Mamaroneck once again trying to clear, this time in a slightly more controlled manner. Massey has it taken away. Here comes Michael Coca. Coca into the corner, loses it just before the end line. And now Massey tries to clear it to midfield. Arlington keeps sending it back, and that time Groninger heads it out of bounds so that Mamaroneck can settle its defense. Oh, Miranda does a great job of taking that one away, getting it to Mancias Magana. And Magana has it taken away by McCallie of Arlington. Oh, slick play by Coco, letting that one through. Faking out the defender, but Murphy was not fooled as he had a bead on it the whole way and is able to track it down for the stop. Punts this one across midfield. Banks with the header. Londano tries to get a foot on that one. It gets past him too quickly. And there he is, chasing it down now. Good kick by Londano. It's stolen away by Sergio Lavariaga. Slick footwork from the forward on the far side for the Admirals, but he sends that centering pass all the way through. Cleared out momentarily by Mamaroneck, but goes out of bounds and is now a throw-in for the Admirals. Banks with a centering pass by mistake, essentially. I'm sure he did not truly intend to put that ball right in the center on the foot of an Admiral, but the kick was blocked and never made it all the way to the goal. Banks slyly positioning his body to keep the Arlington player from getting to the ball before it goes over the end line, and will now be a goal kick. Groninger will take the goal kick duties essentially, as Murphy passed it over to him as sort of a fake out. Massey. A little bit of a dangerous play there as Jack Hoffman is able to get it back to the goalie as Mancias Magana looked to be trying to steal that pass. Good three-man game there from Arlington, but the lead pass for Wytak a little too far out in front, and Murphy snatches it. Forward pass to Londano. Off the foot of Londano, intended for Shatara. Goes out of bounds. A little bit of back and forth action here at midfield as the center passes to the halfback, passes to the center, and he holds it. Mamaroneck now with a free kick. Looks to be an indirect kick from just over midfield. Nice attempt from Massey to trap that and get control of it in a way that he could handle some sort of pass in a productive way. They almost end up getting it to Mancias Magana, but the goalie is able to clip it before it gets all the way to him. Groninger gets it over to Banks. Now Miranda has it leak over the sideline, and the turnover on the unforced error as Miranda then makes a pest of himself to steal it back. That ball is shanked off Groninger's foot, and Banks unable to keep it in with the head. Wojtek's header finds Landano. Alejandro Landano has it, gets it over to Banks for the throw-in. Marcella had it momentarily. It goes out of bounds again, and Mamaroneck will throw in again. See if they're able to get anything developed on offense. They haven't really had many scoring opportunities to speak of, as they haven't really possessed the ball for extended periods of time in the offensive end. Mancias Magana has it, gets it over to Banks. Miranda back to Banks. Banks evades a couple of defenders. And the ball cleared once again by Arlington. Finds the foot of Wojtek. And Mancias Magana called for the penalty. Illegal contact gives the ball to Arlington. 27 minutes, 30 seconds remaining in the first half. Still no score. Kick will be taken by Jack Hoffman. He sends a booming kick all the way over the end line. And possession back to the Tigers. Murphy tries to get it out to Massey. Arlington has it, advancing forward. However, Alex Prevost has other thoughts and sends it out over the sideline. Arlington doing its best to try and attack this Mamaroneck defense. A lot of turnover on this Arlington roster between last year and this year, so they've got a youth movement. A lot of sophomores and even a freshman on the roster for Arlington as they try and refortify their ranks as they face the best team in New York State. There's a mini opportunity for Mamaroneck. as they have some momentum and numbers. Arlington able to get back now, but there is Mancias Magana. Ball goes out of bounds back to Arlington. So the goal kick for Arlington. It's a low ground ball handled by the Admirals. Banks able to block that one. Good lift by Miranda, starts his own attack. Oh, Banks has his taken away by Peter Tomasic. And he is saved by his line mate, Alex Prevo. Well, the handball wasn't called momentarily, but it was a clear handball by Alex Massey. So the Admirals will get the ball about 30 meters out, 40 meters out. Forward pass by Sergio Lavariega. And I guess you can call that a shot by Jason Wojtak as it sails over the crossbar and through the uprights for a field goal. 23.5 minutes remaining here in the first half. Steve Anastas coming to you for LMC Media, an LMC Varsity Sports presentation of Mamaroneck Boys Varsity Soccer. We had the Tigers Varsity Field Hockey victorious over the Pelham Pelicans 2-0. And now the boys soccer, the two premier programs of the fall roster. Not to take anything away from the 3-0 Tigers football team. Had a commanding 50-0 victory here on Friday night over the Mount Vernon Knights. So 2 victories over the 2 Yonkers programs. And then a commanding, dominant victory by the football team over the Mount Vernon Knights. The Mamaroneck sports programs here this fall are doing incredibly well. The field hockey team, the soccer team, and the football team all having excellent starts to their season. The clock is stopped with 22 minutes remaining in the first half. No score. The officials are discussing something procedural. So the official clock is stopped for that official timeout. Murphy's goal kick is handled at midfield by Lavariega. The forward throw in for Massey gets to his foot, but the defense takes it away. One definite difference between this game and the last game that we covered for LMC Media is that Mamaroneck is not controlling possession nearly as much as they normally do. A whistle and a violation gives the ball to Mamaroneck at midfield. We'll see if they can get anything developed here as the clock climbs under 21 minutes to go in the half. Sails the pass over to Mancias Magana, but it's taken away by Tommy McCallie before it can get to Magana. David Ballantyne fakes like he was going to go for the ball, but lets it travel out of bounds and keeps Jonathan Pavone from being able to get at it for Mamaroneck. That ball goes out of bounds, and Stephen Moore will take the throw in. Miranda with the header over to Massey. Moore now kicks it off the leg of Daniel DeBonis. Miranda headed that one back in, but it had already cleared the sideline and was out of bounds. So Arlington will take over on the turnover. 19 minutes, 30 seconds left in the first half. That ball rolls out of bounds as Alex Prevost watches it, hands it off to his teammate, Stephen Moore, who throws it in. Now another turnover, gives it back to Arlington, and a bit of a collision there as the ball is deflected all the way over both fences out of bounds. Is that an illegal throw-in, or was the possession? I tell you, the Arlington head coach Craig Sanborn is just as confused as I was on that. A little bit of dangerous play as Benjamin Brooks is trying to play that while lying on the ground, or at least sitting on the ground. Pass it over to Banks, who has some space. Sends a leading pass up to Mancias Magana. Tries to go to the corner, centering pass, stays in. Oh, and a great diving stop by the Arlington goalie. Puts a boot on it, gets it over midfield. Banks tries to get ahead on it, cannot do so. Pushing called on Groniger, gives the ball to the Admirals. Taken by Coca. McGalley has it taken away by Londano. And now here comes Moore. Moore loses it. Arlington coming the other direction. Across it to Peter Tomasic. Ball goes into the corner and out of bounds. And it will be a goal kick for Mamaroneck. 17 minutes remaining in the first half. Still no score. We have a substitution on the field as Manny Vidal comes in for Alex Massey. You've got to think that the Mamaroneck coaches are going to have a somewhat short leash, as they do have a deep bench. A lot of players itching to get in and show what they're made of and show what they can do. And after this 2-game losing streak, which I'm quite sure it's been a long time before a Mamaroneck soccer team has lost 2 games in a row. Vidal takes that one off the chest shoulder area, settles it, and then gets it out to Groniger, or I'm sorry, Londano. There's Londano again. He can't control it though. And Brooks now has it. gets that over to Jason Wytek. And then Mamaroneck knocks it out of bounds. Arlington misses on the header. Now here comes Mamaroneck the other way. Here's Miranda looking for a teammate with some space, and Banks has it. Banks gets it up to Mancias. Magana goes between the legs, and now to the right. It's in the center of the field, looking for an opening. Leaves it out for Stephen Moore. Moore with the centering pass. Oh, and Vidal crashes into the goalie, and the goalie hits the deck hard. Vidal and the goalie slap 5 to show the good sportsmanship, that it was just two aggressive players going after the ball. No harm, no malice intended. Ball goes out of bounds off Mamaroneck. So Arlington will have a goal kick. 14 minutes, 30 seconds remain in the first half. Goes for the short side. Ground ball. And the turnover directly to Vilman Miranda. There's Vidal fighting for position. Oh, and they call Vidal for the penalty on the push-off. He felt he was being pulled, and he lets the referee know, but he's got it, says it with a smile on his face to let them know there's no hard feelings about the miscall. Londano traps it. Arlington now has it on the foot of Zelker. Zelker racing up the left side. Has it taken away at the last second. There's Manny Vidal. He tries to fake out the defender. He ends up losing his footing a little bit. So his deke goes ineffective. And there is the speedster Miranda, who goes to the ground hard on the slide tackle. But as this is not FIFA, they're not going to tolerate any flop, as Miranda definitely took a hard spill, but he knew he wasn't getting any calls as it was a clean slide tackle, so he gets right up and gets back into the action. So they're marching off the distance for the defender's wall, as there is a direct kick opportunity here. You have Moore. And the header from Pavone sails high. Was that Londano that took that kick? Yes, I believe so. It was Moore and Londano on that opportunity, and Alejandro Londano sends it in. But Pavone's head had just not the right angle at that moment. Londano slides ineffectively trying to get to that ball. His teammates pick up the slack though, and now he has another opportunity there as Miranda now gets it out to Vidal, but Vidal sends it the wrong direction. That ball sails over the defense harmlessly into the hands of the waiting Murphy. 11.5 minutes to go in the half. Goalie kick travels over midfield. There's Mancias Madonna. Magana gets it out to the edge, and Brian Samak Arlington controls it momentarily, then kicks it out of bounds, and Samak now throws it in. Brian Morales now with an opportunity in the corner, cannot handle it. So it goes back to Arlington. As I mentioned, there is a lot of depth on this Mamaroneck roster. And if the coaches don't like what they see out of their starters, they will give some of these reserves an opportunity rather than sitting on their hands and watching more losses stack up. Miranda now toying with the Arlington defense, getting it over to Banks. Ball goes back to Groninger, who reverses field. Prevost now chases that one down as we're under 10 minutes to go in the first half, still no score. Whistle as the ball goes out of bounds, and there's another substitution, this time for Arlington. The throw-in headed back by Alejandro Londano, gets to Vidal, and now there's Londano sending it up the right side for Pavone. Pavone looks to center it, and the ball is knocked out of bounds over the goal line, and Mamaroneck will have another corner kick opportunity. Clock continues to wind, under 9 minutes to go in the half. Vilman Miranda will take the corner kick from the far corner. He picks his spot, he lines it up, and he backs up to prepare for the kick. Sends a low liner in, it's headed out by the near side defender. Banks now has a long, high kick float into the goaltender's hands. Little bit of physical play there between Sergio Lavariega and Manny Vidal. Vidal gets the call there. Miranda will handle the kick. The long kick headed out by Tommy McCallie, I believe. And there is Miranda with the header leave for Londano. Gets it over to Samak. And now here's Vidal and Pavone. That shot a little too weak and swept up by the Admirals goalie. Back and forth the play goes here at Memorial Field and Mamaroneck High School. This is Steve Anastas for LMC Media. 7 minutes to go in the first half between the Mamaroneck Tigers and the Arlington Admirals. No score, 0-0. Nice long solid throw in there by Samak. Finds Vidal. There's Vidal again, controlling the action at midfield. Groninger gets it over to Banks. Banks back to Vidal. Oh, and good positioning there by Brian Morales. But the shot is too soft. 6 minutes remain here in the first half. Mamaroneck versus Arlington. No score. Arlington has done a good job of possessing the ball almost an equal amount of time, I believe, as Mamaroneck, although Mamaroneck has definitely had possession for the majority of the late stages here in the first half. Centering pass over the defense. Mancias Magana can't control the ball enough to get a solid shot. Banks stops it, gets it back over to Mancias Magana, and he touches it with his right forearm. So 5:20 remaining in the first half, and possession changes hands to Arlington. Arlington really making a game of it here in the first half against mighty Mamaroneck Tigers. They have fought and clawed all first half, battling for possession, playing nice physical soccer, and forcing Mamaroneck into situations they are not necessarily as comfortable in. A late whistle there. I'm not really sure what the call is. I guess they felt the ball maybe went over the sideline. Another substitution brings Jason Witek back in. Or maybe that is when John Zelker checked into the game, number 3 for Arlington. That ball kicked out of bounds by Arlington gives Mamaroneck another opportunity. That throw just a little long for the intended target. Veers out of bounds at the last second. Gives it back to Arlington. 4 minutes remaining in the first half. It looked like Arlington had an opportunity there for a moment, but Groniger got on top of it and punted that ball really out of the defensive zone, back out to midfield, and now here is Mamaroneck with another quick opportunity. There's Vidal up the center. They go out to the wings. The centering pass, and the shot from Miranda is too soft. Mancias Magana had it for a moment, but a whistle, and I suppose that must be offsides. 3 minutes remaining in the first half. Still no score. Ryan Lovell racing upfield. Centering opportunity for him, but the ball's bouncing too high, so Murphy was able to track it down with his height and athleticism. 2.5 minutes remain in the first half, still no score. Vidal spins around the defender and gets control of it. And then they call a violation, I believe, for physical play. Header sends that one back off the head of Stephen Moore. There's Vidal once again. He loses it this time on the double team. Robert Sherman. No, I'm sorry. Jason Witek. Oh, and a centering pass. Luckily for Mamaroneck, finds the head of a Mamaroneck defender. I believe that was Stephen Moore, who was able to send that out. It was either that or Alex Prevost, but it goes all the way over the opposite sideline, so Arlington gets another throw in. They keep it in the offensive zone. The ball gets knocked out of bounds by Mamaroneck, so Arlington with another throw in. 1:10 remaining in the half. Ball goes over the end line. It will be a goal kick now for Mamaroneck, so that threat is snuffed out somewhat quickly. Under 1 minute. Now 50 seconds remain in the first half. Murphy letting the offense settle up, or settle in. Kicks a ground ball up the right side. Arlington sends it the other direction, and now tries to send it in through a more controlled method than they had been previously. So there is Tommy McCallie. He gets it over to Michael Coca, who sends it back to midfield. Arlington going the opposite direction with 3 seconds left. And that will do it for the first half. So at the end of one half here at Mamaroneck High School's Memorial Field, we have 0-0. We'll be back in 10 minutes here on LMC Media.
LMC Media's live coverage of today's game is brought to you by M&T Bank. We understand what's important.
Thank you for watching LMC Varsity Sports. We hope to continue this service of streaming our school's varsity sports matches, but we can only do this with your support. Visit lmcmedia.org/donate and make your contribution today and keep this program going.
Larchmont Mamaroneck, this is your media center. Live mobile production van. In-studio recording. Podcasting. Social media. In your schools. Watching your government. With your neighbors. LMC Media. Building community through media.
LMC Media helped me in my media journey from the very beginning.
And I was a video production intern with Larchmont Mamaroneck Community Television.
I started volunteering at LMC 10 years ago when I was just 10 years old.
I started out announcing games for the varsity sports part of LMC TV.
I started volunteering with LMC TV around middle school.
I needed a place to start so I could learn and grow not only in front of the camera, but also behind the scenes.
I gained incredibly valuable hands-on experience in live video production.
But working here cemented my love for film and television production, and now it's something that I want to do for the rest of my life.
It gave me those reps, those opportunities to get some games under my belt.
There was something about working with my hands, being part of a team, and getting to meet so many different people over the course of a night that really inspired me to pursue a career in media production.
It mattered to me because I felt like I was contributing to a talented local station while also learning as much as I could about the community that I was serving.
By working on shows like The Local Live and the annual election night coverage from a young age, I was learning about and got to be involved in news going on in the community.
With the knowledge and confidence that they gave me, I now feel that I am well equipped to go out into the world and pursue a career in video journalism.
I wouldn't be where I am today without LMC TV.
As an employee of WNET New York Public Media,
I'm now a graduate student at New York University's News and Documentary Journalism program.
And it's helped lead to my career of announcing games for ESPN+.
LMC and the people here changed my life.
And I don't even know where I would be with my career or my ambitions or my passions if I had not experienced that internship.
And that's why I can't imagine my life without LMC, because they truly have built a community.
The skills I learned at LMC, I forever take with me on all my media assignments. So thank you, LMC.
So I'm very, very thankful.
I think that Mamaroneck brought a sense of community to me. I really do. I think it made me want to do more for the community because I liked what I saw.
Do you need space for a meeting, conference, or presentation?
LMC Media has what you need.
Our 768 square foot studio space is ideal for many types of productions, readings, recitals, rehearsals, and workshops. The space has video recording capability, as well as daylight temperature lighting, green screen, and stage. 2 additional rooms at 208 and 156 square feet can be used for any of your needs. Auditions, meetings, classes, workshops, one-on-one instructions, and more. Both rooms feature video monitors with Chromecasting capability, making presentations a breeze.
To reserve one or more of our spaces, contact us at reserve@lmcmedia.org.
My name is Sean. I'm a regular volunteer here.
Hi, I'm Paul. I'm a volunteer. Today is my very first day. I've only been here about an hour.
LMC just provides a lot of opportunities for volunteers.
This was the first opportunity I've ever had to be like in a professional news setting.
I've learned on camera, I learned post-production, I've learned everything that I could possibly learn about the world of TV and production in general.
Everybody is extremely outgoing and very helpful. I think everyone seems to have a good time when they're making the show or behind the scenes, so it's a very friendly, like, positive environment.
Every time I would come in, it would just be a whole new experience. And just all the people were just so nice and inviting.
Everybody who works at LMC, they're just great to be around. It's a great laugh. It's, it kind of feels like a family.
The LMC Media production van is a fully equipped mobile production unit. This custom-built van has cutting-edge professional video and telecommunications technology, high-definition cameras, and accommodates a full production crew. Interviews and events can be easily live-streamed from remote locations to the LMC cable channels and social media. This mobile unit allows for broadcasting from anywhere in our tri-municipal community and beyond. Sporting events, graduations, concerts, festivals, parades, and more. The LMC Media production van is ready to go whenever you need it.
Do you have a great idea for a YouTube video or a short film, but don't know how to make it happen?
LMC Media has what you need.
Our equipment cage is stocked with professional quality cameras, tripods, lighting, sound, cabling, and more. Our 768 square foot studio features a full lighting grid, wraparound green screen, teleprompter, TriCaster, and high-definition cameras.
To reserve equipment, contact us at reserve@lmcmedia.org.
LMC Media's YouTube channel is where you can connect to your community. You can easily find your favorite videos in a playlist or keyword search. Videos are added daily relating to your community, weekly updates, talk shows.
Welcome to another community conversation. I'm Michael Witch for LMC Media.
How-tos, and municipal meetings. Stay connected through video. Check it out and subscribe.
Did you know you can watch LMC Media on your Roku in full high definition? Go to streaming channels and search for ScreenWeave. Install the Cablecast ScreenWeave channel. Look for the green icon. Open the channel, scroll to LMC Media, and press OK. Your device will remember your selection in the future. From within the app, you can watch all 3 of LMC's channels live. Or check out municipal and school board meetings, varsity sports, and more on demand.
Need technical support for your next meeting or presentation? LMC Media offers full-service meeting management virtually, in real life, or a hybrid of both. Our staff can run your meeting or webinar, set up for in-person audiences to interact, or provide a professional space for you to stream. Contact us for more information at info@lmcmedia.org.
LMC Media's live coverage of today's game is brought to you by M&T Bank. We understand what's important.
Stephen Astis back with you for second half action here at Memorial Field of Mamaroneck High School. The Mamaroneck Tigers hosting the Arlington Admirals. Score is 0-0 at the start of the second half. Mamaroneck with a few mini opportunities and 1 or 2 legit scoring chances. Arlington put a few shots on goal themselves, but no real solid threats in the first half. The Admirals, apologize there, have possession to start the second half, but turned it over rather quickly there, and now Alejandro Londano gets it over to Owen Banks, who sends it across midfield. Londano tries to control it there, and now it's on the foot of Vilman Miranda. Miranda leaves it for Brian Samak. Samak gets it back. Tries to send it up the right side, but sails it wide out of bounds. And now Arlington has it, going the opposite direction. Jason Wojtak tries some slick footwork, but Samak is having none of it and sends it the other way. That ball sails over the end line. Be a goal kick for Arlington. Kicks it wide to the left for a controlled clear. Londano for Mamaroneck gets in the mix there and disrupts the clear opportunity for the Admirals. Slowly matriculating the ball upfield. They now try for a more aggressive approach. They get the ball on the foot of David Ballantyne, and now Mamaroneck sends it out of bounds. It'll be a side in throw in Out of bounds again. The throw in again from Arlington makes it all the way to the goalie. And now Murphy will punt it. Right at midfield. Mancias Magana traps it. Loses about 10 yards on the attempt, but had plenty of green to control it and then move it forward. Knocked out of bounds by Arlington. Little miscommunication there between Moore and Mancias Magana. Good job there from Samak. He was able to keep Ballantyne from having a fast break opportunity. Good aggressive play from Mamaroneck as Benjamin Brooks is racing forward with a possible scoring opportunity. He is sandwiched and bookended by two Mamaroneck defenders. And they go to the ground as Murphy sweeps up the ball. That pass makes it through untouched, so Mamaroneck will have possession. 35-50 remaining in the second half. Still no score. Pressure starting to mount as Mamaroneck wants to get on the board and be able to control the action further. Arlington doing its level best to keep that from happening. This is Stephen Astis coming to you live from Mamaroneck High School's Memorial Field. The 7-2 Mamaroneck Tigers boys varsity soccer facing the Admirals of Arlington High School, one of the larger high schools in all of Section 1. Good footwork by Mancias Magana. Vidal has it. Here comes Landano. Gets it out wide for Pavone. And now Mamaroneck has a throw-in from the far side. Vidal has it. Oh, they call a penalty on Vidal. I guess tripping. Looks like he was just holding his ground, but nonetheless, Arlington now has possession. A little miscommunication there between Samak and Shatara, and now Arlington has a throw-in. Miranda rushes that. I guess it deflected off of Miranda because possession is still with Arlington. Ball stays in, coming back the opposite direction. Miranda once again disrupting. And the ball sails out of bounds off Mamaroneck. Aggressive play there from Stephen Moore. Takes Tommy McCallie, no, I'm sorry. Takes Michael Coca to the ground. So Arlington with a direct kick opportunity from about 25 meters out. .33 minutes remaining. Sergio Lavariega with the pass. Ooh, tough play there as Tommy McCallie sends that. Looks like it goes right off of Manny Vidal's face and over the end line for a corner kick for Arlington. Oh, a beautiful cycle kick attempt by Ben Brooks. Sails that high over the crossbar and will be a goal kick for the Tigers. If he had been able to get a little bit higher up on that, could have kept that shot down, and that would have been very hard to defend. And that ball bounces up into the stands. Brian Samock will throw it in as Owen Banks subs back in for Stephen Moore. Miranda has it. Gets it to the center of the field to Londano, and now Banks puts a left foot on it, getting it over to Pavone. Arlington looked like they were able to keep that in bounds, but it crossed over the sideline before he was able to get a foot on it, and now Banks will throw it in. The header sends it back towards midfield, and Coca now dribbling forward on the break. Gets it over for a give and go, and here's Coca with the shot, deflected off Murphy. Solid save off the knee, the left knee of the goaltender. Ball sails out of bounds. I believe it will be a throw-in. Arlington with some solid possession time here in the early going of the second half, as we are now a quarter of the way through. Good speed by Shatara as he races up the right side. Puts the brakes on, changes direction. Now with the centering pass to Vidal. Vidal with the pass over to Pavone. And Nathan Lawrence pounces on it before anything more can develop for Mamaroneck. Londano on Wojtek. Mamaroneck takes it away. They try and get it back to Londano so he can control and direct the offense, but they miss the pass. He fights to retain possession, and now they start again. Londano has it now out at midfield. He leaves it for Banks, for Groniger. Long pass upfield. Finds Daniel DeBonis. DeBonis has an opportunity. Centering pass. 2 shots turned away by Semock. And the ball goes out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in for Arlington. Arlington with another threat here. The centering pass turned away by Groniger again. Sails out of bounds over the sideline. Will be a throw-in for Arlington. Arlington really applying the pressure on offense here in the second half. Throw-in goes all the way to the middle. Finds an Arlington foot. Shot deflected. Clearing kick finds Pavone. Pavone now racing up the right side, looking for a teammate in the center. Gets it to Miranda. Miranda slows it down for control. Gets it over to Shatara. Shatara thinks about racing up the right side. Can't get around the defender. He gets it back. Centering pass, shot from Miranda, just over the crossbar. A great developing opportunity for Mamaroneck, and they actually lose it, get it back, and still complete the centering pass to Vilman Miranda, and his shot sails just high. Arlington loses it again at midfield. There is Owen Banks. Ball goes out of bounds off Mamaroneck. Arlington now with the throw-in. Long throw-in, about 25 meters. Here comes Miranda. Continues to cross fields. Cleared by Arlington, headed back by Groninger. Now here comes Arlington. Crosses over. Tries to slide tackle his own play, does Michael Coca, in order to get a shot off. Ineffective on the attempt. And now the ball deflected out of bounds off the foot of Semak. Deflected out off Ben Brooks. Here is Mancias Magana. Centering pass for Londano. Londano with the shot! Just wide. You don't often see a shot from distance from this Mamaroneck squad, but if it's going to be someone, it's either going to be Mancias Magana or Alejandro Londano. And this time it was Londano off a nice feed from Mancias Magana. And the ball tailed away just to the right of the right upright post. So goal kick from Nathan Lawrence. Gets out to about midfield where it's headed back by Londano. Little back and forth action. Arlington boots it up ahead. Samok lost it momentarily. Miranda gets it to Londano. Londano with some nice footwork. Spins around and controls it. Ball goes out of bounds though, and Arlington will have it, as we are now at 24 minutes, 30 seconds remaining in the second half. Substitution for Arlington as number 24, Jared Sanborn, comes in. Groninger clears it for Mamaroneck. And then the left foot of Londano. Now here is Miranda. Boots a pop fly into the offensive zone. Headed out by Arlington. Mancias Magana quickly throws it forward, finds Jonathan Pavone. Pavone stops it short of the end line. Looks for a mini corner. Mancias Magana is body checked and can't believe there's no whistle. Still no score here at Mamaroneck High School. 23 minutes remaining in the second half. Samak sends it out of bounds off the header. Throw in from Arlington, kicked out by Mamaroneck. They'll try it again. John Zelker throws in for Arlington. Gets it on the head of Ben Brooks, but there are no teammates there to assist. That ball's chested out. Will be a throw in for Mamaroneck. Shatara leaves it for Samak. We have an official time as a player's shoes need to be tied. Clock continues to roll though. And they whistle play back in. Whistle for another substitution. Manny Vidal comes out. Stephen Moore comes back in, and turnover gives it back to Arlington as there are now 21 minutes remaining in the second half. Lodano tries to take it away from Ben Brooks. Good slide tackle there from Zelker. Arlington trying to advance it into a scoring area. Mamaroneck's defense has been stout here in the middle goings for the second half. Leo Marcella now in at forward for Mamaroneck. The senior forward getting some opportunity here to see if he can help change the tide, as Mamaroneck hasn't had too many scoring opportunities here this evening. 20 minutes left in the second half. Still no score here at Mamaroneck High School. This is Stephen Astis coming to you live from Memorial Field for LMC Media's presentation of Mamaroneck Varsity Boys Soccer. Some aggressive play from Axel Vera causes a penalty. It gives possession back to Mamaroneck. Long pass up the left side for Mencius Magana. Some good footwork from the senior leader. Centering pass sails just too long as Jonathan Pavone tries to get a foot on it in an effective way, but he just did not have the angle. So with 19 minutes left, it is still 0-0. Goal kick for Arlington's Nathan Lawrence. Lawrence sends it well short of midfield, giving Mamaroneck a possible mini break opportunity, but a violation snuffs that out as Arlington regains possession at the 30-meter mark. That ball kicked out of bounds by Mamaroneck. Throw in for Arlington was a little long, and Mamaroneck able to boot it clear. An opportunity here for Arlington. And the shot sails just wide of the post. Goal kick for Mamaroneck with 18 minutes left. Beautiful footwork there from Owen Banks, who gets taken down for his troubles. Mamaroneck will have possession there as he slowly climbs back to his feet. Somewhat overly aggressive play there from Arlington. I did not see a yellow card though. Long pass, looks for the head of Mancias Magana, sails just over his attempt as he leaps high to try and send that in the goal. And now here comes Arlington the other way. Great save there by Marcus Murphy, the junior goalkeeper. Ball sails out of bounds and Arlington will have a throw in. But first we have another substitution with 16.5 minutes remaining. Arlington's coach Sanborn looking to get some fresh legs on the pitch. Try and take advantage of any opportunity they can find to score what could be the deciding goal, as it is still 0-0. So the next team to score is going to have a commanding opportunity here. Arlington has beaten Mamaroneck in the recent past. Not many teams can say that. Arlington, one of the top soccer programs in Section 1, like Mamaroneck and Ossining as well. White Plains also one of the better programs. So we'll see if Arlington has what it takes. 15.5 remaining in the second half. Header gets all the way back into the Mamaroneck zone. That ball went out of bounds. I'm not really sure if it went off Mamaroneck, but they give Arlington possession. So a penalty goes Arlington's way, and they now have a throw-in on the left sideline. Good job clearing by Mamaroneck. Miranda trying to chase that down before they can get it back to the goalie. This could develop into an opportunity for Mamaroneck, but Arlington now turns it the other way and has quickly become an opportunity for them as Michael Coca has it on the left side. Coca now sends it to the right side. Banks, correction, Londano. No, that's got to be Banks, and Banks goes to the ground. And I believe they've called a penalty in the box. This could be a penalty kick. Yes, it will be a PK for Arlington with 13:41 remaining in the second half. Coach Becker is objecting to the fact that the offside referee is the one that made the call, with the onside referee right in front of the play. He is baffled as to how the offside referee makes the call when the onside referee let them play. So now they call the yellow card on Owen Banks. And we will see what the resulting play is. I'm not sure what they have to discuss, really. If they make the call, you make the call, you stick with the call. Entertaining Coach Becker's objections is only going to cloud the picture further. He's just allowing Coach Becker to argue with him, which is only going to get Coach Becker more upset, because Coach Becker's point cannot really be debated. So the clock is stopped with 13:41 remaining as the referees deliberate and discuss this penalty. They're taking their own sweet time as Arlington is just waiting to take their shot. All right, so Vincent Rapolis is in the goal. I had thought it was Marcus Murphy. I apologize. But here is Rapolis. He has to keep his feet on the end line. And the goal is scored by Michael Coca. And Arlington takes a 1-0 lead here in the second half. 13:41 to play. Mamaroneck now finds itself trailing for the third game in a row. Londano racing. It has instantly gotten a lot more energetic and slightly more aggressive, or physical anyway. We will see how Mamaroneck reacts to this additional bout with adversity. So now they call Arlington with the penalty for pulling on Banks. Banks will now take the kick there. I'm sorry, that's not Banks, that's Groniger. This light is a little dim from up here, folks. I apologize. Here comes Arlington once again. Shot sails harmlessly wide and will be a goal kick for Mamaroneck. 12.5 minutes remaining. So the goal kick turned back by Arlington, and now Banks has it on the far side. Mancias Magana has it go through his legs. He thought an Arlington player touched it, but they did not. So it'll be a throw in for the Admirals. Substitutions for Arlington as Jared Sanborn appears to be coming off the pitch. He is replaced by Rian Lavelle, the sophomore midfielder for Arlington. Miranda had an opportunity there. The shot deflected off the defender. Mancias Magana goes to the ground, and a penalty is called on Arlington. Will give Mamaroneck a direct kick from 30 meters out. Certainly no penalty kick, but this is a solid scoring opportunity as the clock winds under 11 minutes to go. Vilman Miranda will take the kick if Owen Banks does not. Tries a centering pass on the ground. Arlington handles it and clears it out. Groninger tries keeping it in. And now Samok sends it back to Rapolis, who tries to clear it out, but Arlington is doing a great job of disrupting Mamaroneck's intentions. Arlington really in the catbird seat now as they lead by a goal with 10 minutes to go in the game. Mamaroneck will have to get something going here. Ball centered by Arlington, cleared out by Mamaroneck. And Arlington will try and set it back up. A long punt. And a whistle is blown before Rapolis can get his hands on it. Violation. And they're calling a yellow card on Arlington for not getting out of the way of the kick. Talk about insult to injury. Axel Vera has to step off the pitch after getting nailed in the face with a goal kick. That is the definition of insult to injury. The injury being the penalty, or the insult being the penalty, and the injury being the ball to the face. Mamaroneck not able to develop anything cohesive in the offensive end for quite some time. We'll see if they can get anything going. We're now at 9 minutes remaining in the game. Groninger now chasing it down, sending it back to his goalkeep. Goalie boots it out for Banks. Banks with the solid slide tackle, but he can't control it. Ball goes out of bounds over the end line. We'll see if it's a goal or a corner. And it is a corner kick for Arlington. So 8.5 minutes remaining, and they are in no hurry here as they set up for a corner kick. If they can put this in the back of the net, that will just about wrap it up. Centering pass, cannot find the head of Jason Wytak, and Vilman Miranda does a good job of keeping possession there, much to the delight of the crowd, but then he just hands it over to Arlington. Alejandro Londano gets it back for him, and now Banks gets it over to Massey. Here comes Samak. Good centering pass. Oh, and Nathan Lawrence is able to intercept it before Mancias Magana gets to it, or rather Manny Vidal, I believe, is the closest to it. 7.5 minutes remaining now. Londano, or Alex Massey, is pulled by Jason Wytak. And another yellow card issued to Arlington. This time it's Rian Lavelle. Not sure if he said something to the referee after that call or what, but the clock is stopped with 7:13 remaining, and Henry Groninger has the ball at just about midfield as Mamaroneck tries to set up its offense. Long, high punt. Oh, just sails over the players he intended the ball for, and then bounces harmlessly over the end line, and will result in a goal kick now under 7 minutes to play. Good job by Groninger keeping that in bounds. Or sorry, Londano. Nope, I'll get that right one of these days. That was Alex Massey, but no matter. Semock gets it up field to Pavone. Pavone now has it. The ball goes out of bounds back to the Admirals. Long throw in, doesn't make it in bounds. 6 minutes remaining. Manny Vidal fighting for position. Massey. Oh, that ball goes out off the foot of Shatara, trying to fight for position. 5.5 minutes remaining. Arlington taking its sweet time. Groninger heads that one out. Arlington ball. They'll throw in again. Ball goes out of bounds, back to Arlington. 5 minutes remaining in the match. Groninger sends that out and refortifies the defensive front, as Arlington will now have a throw-in in the offensive zone. Chested by the Arlington attacker. He goes around Groninger, tries to fight through, can't make it all the way through. Mamaroneck now has it. Mancias Magana fights for possession. He keeps it, dribbles out towards midfield and crosses to Pavone. Pavone gets it out to the left. Shatara has it taken away. 4 minutes remaining in the contest. Arlington now just playing keep away at this point. The longer the ball stays in the offensive zone, the closer they are to victory. Oh, great slide tackle is whistled. No whistle on the play. The crowd noise deceived me into thinking there was a whistle. Great slide tackle there. And the ball goes out of bounds, and the Arlington player goes head over heels, as Mamaroneck now has a throw-in with 3:10 remaining. A throw-in from the far corner. We'll see what they can develop out of this. Londano with a centering pass, headed back out. Another pass, and it gets all the way to the goalie as Miranda hits the deck hard, trying to get in the way of the goalkeeper. 2:45 remaining in the match. Things are getting bleak here at Memorial Field for the Mamaroneck Tigers, as the Arlington Admirals are controlling the action with a 1-0 lead against a top team in New York State. They call the push against Wytack. And then they call a interference and a yellow card against Wytack. 2 minutes, 4 seconds remaining. Alex Massey with the direct kick. The referee is conversing with the defensive player, explaining the infraction to Linus Soong. Oh, I'm sorry, to Michael Coca. And Stephen Massey tried entering the ball into play. And now the ball is live. Solid centering pass. But Banks or Groninger is unable to head it in the proper direction. That ball finds the head of an Arlington player. And now an infraction with 1:45 remaining gives the ball back to Arlington. So offsides is the call. It's mystifying to the fans. I didn't understand how offsides could have been called there either, as no one actually touched the ball. You have to make an attempt for the ball before it can be offsides. So here comes Pavone. Pavone loses the ball. Prevost gets it up to Vidal. 1:11 to play. The ball goes out of bounds. Groninger has it with the throw-in. 1 minute remaining. The final minute of regulation here at Mamaroneck High School. Mancias Magana goes to the ground, and they call the penalty. Gives possession to Mamaroneck. Clock continues to roll. 40 seconds remaining. They have to position it. This could be the final opportunity for Mamaroneck. The ball is loose. Arlington able to clear it. 19 seconds remaining. 15 seconds. 10 seconds. Long kick from the goalkeeper, not long enough. And that will do it. Arlington will win. And after starting the season 7-0, Mamaroneck has now lost 3 straight. First John J. East Fishkill, then Fox Lane, now Arlington, as the once mighty Mamaroneck Tigers have now fallen to 7-3 on the season. I want to thank you all for watching our broadcast today. This has been Steve Anastas. For our camera people, Sasha Mitch, Sean Riley, and Jordan Harper, and our sports producer, Rob Moretti, and our executive producer of LMC Media, Matt Sullivan. I'm Steve Anastas for LMC Media.
LMC Media's live coverage of today's game is brought to you by M&T Bank. We understand what's important.